My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is December 1st, 2024. It is 5:57 a.m. It's almost 6 o'clock. I haven't been recording for a while. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this video, either PYTE or Happy Team Sussex. But the past couple of days, I felt like I will not be sharing my opinion with you. I feel like my opinion will be somewhat influenced by some other things. So I had a hard time to go and do some videos because YouTube has been recommending me some videos, and I felt like some of the things that I will be saying in the videos that I will be sharing with you will be somewhat influenced by what I was watching. So I decided to take a break from Twitter to share information with you. I did pick on Twitter here and there. You could see on my community board I've shared some screenshot with you, but I didn't feel like recording. I felt like if I start recording, whatever you could see on top of my screen, I said, in my humble opinion, I want to share my opinion. And I didn't want my opinion to be influenced by whatever I was watching. I don't know. That's how I felt the past couple of days. And I was just chill. I tuned off a little bit from social media, especially with the holiday, hang out with the family, and been going to the gym a little bit more consistent. I'm doing pretty well with that aspect. And the video that I was recording prior starting this video, it was supposed to be really quick but my video clips were not working, so it took me 2 hours to fix it. So it's a cooking video where I share how I make my egg rolls. Sometimes I share on my community board. If you guys want to see it, I don't mind sharing it with you, but I tend to put these type of videos for my members just because. All right. But in any event, if you want to see it, let me know, because I don't care. I could share it with all of you, but my members tends to be a little bit more understanding and things like that. There's nothing special. Oh, before I get started, I have to say thank you to some of my subscribers who's checking on me, who commented on my community board asking what's going on. There's no new videos. Yes, I'm still here, and I just explained why I sort of stepped back a little bit, because too many things were popping up, and I just didn't want whatever opinion that I will be sharing with you were influenced by these things that I was seeing. I like, even if I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. Based on my opinion, I want to stand firm on my opinion. That way I could defend it. So I don't know. It may sound silly for as my explanation. Plus, I wanted to take a break from social media as well. All right. So with that being said, this is the background. Estimate revenue, $101.64. Analytics. Okay. 206 views in the last 48 hours. So let's go on Twitter. Like I said, I'm not sure where I'm gonna post this video, because I just look at the caption and put them. But the last two are LOL. I know what they are. They are little cute videos I want to share with you. Unfortunately, I cannot let the video play continuously the way it was shown, but I'll try my best to share it with you. But I have 12 tweets to share with you. We're gonna start with Martin TikTok video. He tends to give me an idea what the derangers are talking about. Oh, what happened? Is it still there? Okay, so there it is here. Let's pause. All my content is on the TikTok thing. Alright, so this is what he's making reference to. Now we're getting the tea on Camilla and Kate tension. Why Queen Camilla and Kate Middleton have a tense relationship. Camilla isn't quite ready for the Princess of Wales to become queen. Did I share that already? When was that? The 30th. That was yesterday. Okay, let's listen.
Morning friends, it's nearly December and I'm really excited about that, but I'm also excited because a sample of my merch drops this afternoon. It's coming through the post. I might wear it to do a little video upload later on today. Get to the point, Martin, I hear you shout. We're finding out now why Kate has been benched for 2 major royal events. It's because of the tension between Camilla and Kate, because Camilla isn't quite ready for Kate to become queen. Yes, that's right, Camilla.
What kind of nonsense is that? Is Charles dead? Charles is not dead. So that's a stupid reason. They're just making some BS up. Charles is still alive, so Camilla is still queen because of Charles. So once Charles is done, is kapoof, William takes over. And if Kate is still married to William, so that horse has nothing to do. I mean, I'm not taking any side here, but this is the rules. Unless they change the rules, I don't know. Let's continue.
Camilla fought for decades, stood up, horizontal. She scraped for decades to get in her current position, bedding the king before and during his first marriage, his real marriage, right? And now Camilla isn't ready for someone else to take her title. You could not make this stuff up. It's like Game of Thrones without the dragon, although one could argue maybe dragons take a different physical form in 2024. Have a brilliant Saturday. Might see you in the next video or one this afternoon. Comments are open. Let me know what you think.
Oh my goodness. The US is getting let me pause. The US is getting worse with this type of shenanigans, and Trump is not even in office yet. Let me read what's there. The most interesting part is the palace is conveniently leaking about it to the press. You reap what you sow. But did something happen to Charles? I haven't followed them, so did something happen to Charles where William will move up? I don't know. I will have to agree, but will also say the Pegger doesn't want her there. Pegger is enjoying his single life without her. Okay, I am sure the Humorous stuff is true. If the basher wanted cancer there, she will be. There's the thinking face here. There's the laugh, thumbs up. It's no mystery. They're both, there's the B word. Alright, let's get to the next one. Alright, this is just noise, okay? Charles is still alive, and as long as Charles is alive, what's the other one? The horse has no say. Next tweet. Meghan, I love the holidays, and now Archie and Lillie are 5 and 3. Every year it gets better and better. British media, Meghan and Harry are sad after royal family Christmas invite snub. Harry already said he is not bringing his wife to the UK. Again, this is another set of BS that the tabloid are roaming over there. Okay, this is someone that I black. Or tell that toxic media they will never leave them in peace until the court case. British media is nothing without something to say about Harry and Meghan. Okay, someone that I black again. What are you on about? So there's a reason why I black. Right? With that response alone, where is the lie? Literally, Meghan had a sit-down interview not long ago about Christmas, and you will find those headlines follow how said they're gonna be. There's that here. How dare they enjoy a 21st century Christmas? Guess Meghan will be skipping the figgy pudding for Archie and Lillie also. Your narration always cracked me up. There's the laugh here. Exactly what the media is doing. The exciting thing about having children that young is the magic of Santa, but she has already ruined that for them. Who does that? What? She has already ruined that for them. Is this person making reference to Meghan? We don't even know how they spend their Christmas. There's no way. I'm pretty sure I'll rather spend Christmas with Harry and Meghan than the over there and the castle over there. Not that they will invite me anyway, because I've talked about this before, where those kids, they're always wearing suit and tie when kids should be enjoying their, running around and all of that. They have to be proper and nah. These people, we don't even know how they spend their kid. What is it? And was it last year or the year before where Harry dressed like Santa for Scotty Little Soldiers? I actually was thinking of this image where Harry is wearing the Spider-Man suit, but I completely forgot it was not a Santa suit. The one where he wore the Santa hat was somewhere in Africa. Alright, so not that one. I could imagine Harry, or he has a friend who could dress like Santa to make the kids very happy. Oh my goodness. And the best thing about Christmas is that when you have kids, they don't know that, just in case you have somebody, a child listen to, they don't know the mystery of it. But once they know the secret of Santa, everything is ruined. Since my kids know the secret of Santa, it's not the same anymore. Well, they're old now, but I wanted to hold it a little bit longer, but they're pre-teen. One of them is already a teen, so they already know. But I wanted to hold it slightly before the age that they are now. I would say maybe 2 or 3 years ago, my oldest had already known, and I told him to keep it secret for the youngest. Okay? Because I didn't want him to look like a fool around his friends. That's why I had to tell him, because he was at the age where he needs to know the truth. But my youngest, his classmate already knew about it. Or did we tell him? He was telling us something about it. And then I had to tell him, yes, your friends are right, because I didn't want him to look like a fool around the other kids. And I said, now that you know the secret of it, do not tell it to any younger kids. That's what I told him. Right, so there's that. It's her kid. Did I read that? The exciting... okay, I read that. It's her kid. She can do whatever the F she wants. You keep yours believing in Santa. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Alright, next tweet. Alright, this one, that's part 1 and part 2. This is the original tweet. And then someone retweeted it, and I had to put it as well. Why are hoes mad? The King of England's son preferred to spend his Christmas with the one who has loved his wife and children unconditionally, never sold a picture, leaked a story, or sat for an interview with his abusers. She remains one of the most trusted and loyal person in his circle. Yeah, Miss Doria, that's for sure. I'm sure that Harry confides in Doria, but she keeps that knowledge to herself and provides unwavering love and support. Yeah, I think the same way she treats her daughter, the same thing with Harry. And she understands. Miss Doria understands the situation. She understands the assignment. I told you, there was a time I didn't know what her voice sounded like. Almost for as long as I can. Maybe it was after the interview, the docuseries. No, before the docuseries, I remember hearing her voice very slightly in this particular event. That was when Meghan did the thing, I think for the cookbook there. And I heard her very slightly talking to some of the ladies. And I was like, oh, I hear her voice. But prior to that, I didn't even know what her voice sounds like. You could go back to some videos. I used to say that. And then the docuseries was music to my ear because she sat in front of the camera and spoke. And I completely heard her voice without any interruption or anything like that. But Miss Doria understands the assignment. All right. Doria stands taller and higher than the royal families combined. No leaked stories, no controlling and abusing stuff. And for those lamenting that there won't be any snowy Christmas scenes, all you gotta do here is point the car east for 2.5 hours and you're in ski country. I've never spent the the winter in California, but I know there's different part in California. I watch some YouTubers who live in California where they will, like she's saying, I think up Washington State, even in the state of California, there's some part of it they could still get some snowy weather. I went a couple years ago, before I had kids. My husband and I went to California. We went in the summer. Early in the morning, it's freezing, at least for me, because thinking that, it's warm weather and whatever, but early in the morning, it's freezing, and late in the afternoon, it's freezing. During the day, that's a different story. The sun be beaming. All right. And for those lamenting that there won't be any snowy Christmas scenes, all you gotta do here is point the car east for 2.5 hours and you're in ski country. Okay, I'm so glad he has this kind of warm motherly love back in his life. Him having Christmas in California doesn't fit their narrative, so they have to be mad. Every year we get this rehashing nonsense, and every year Harry stays home and he's home. That's right. Okay, they are living their best life in California, surrounded by trusted people. And I remember when many times I've said in some videos, when the half in and half out was offered, and I used to say, if that was the case, and I already know which part of the year they will pick, from June till December, I would say January, that will be the where they spend time together as a family. And then the other, from January up till June, that's when they will have been doing things for the royal family. Because this is around the fall, winter, this is like best time to be with families. You have Thanksgiving, which we just had last Thursday, and you have Christmas coming up, and then New Year's and all of that. And then for the summer, going vacation, camping and all of that, I knew that would be the part they will choose. I always brought that up. Okay, they are living their best life in California, surrounded by trusted people. Okay, what a wonderful mother, very classy. She's a wonderful mother-in-law. Okay, because they want Harry desperate and unhappy, begging for a seat at the grifter's table. No, what they want, if you go back to some of my videos where I say it has been done before, that's in our part of in PYTE. In January, Harry's gonna have his case, okay, the lawsuit with MGN. So this is the thing here. They don't mean well for that. I mean, the tabloid, probably won't click or whatever, but just remember, in January, they're gonna have Harry's lawsuit is going forward. Now, I'm done with this one. So someone retweeted that, and this is what the other person retweeted. Okay, this one started, "Why are hoes mad?" And the person retweeted it and said, that's a video, I remember, I just put it. Okay, did someone say hoes mad? That's a 15-second video. Hoes mad.
Hoes mad. Hoes mad.
So there's a music in it that's saying hoes mad, hoes mad. The squad or something. The squad or something. Alright, so that's it. There's the retweet of it. I don't think there's any comment. That's that. Let's go to the next one. Okay, let's pause. British media begging the Sussexes to give up their life in America and go back to UK to work for the British royal family because the others bring no clicks or coins. This is why Harry had to go to court and have the judge review, not suing, review what had happened for, after the Sandringham, to review his security. It's through that we find out it was William who hired Simon Case to put it on writing, put it on paper for Harry to leave. So now they need to take that complaint to William. Okay? They need to take that complaint to William. William thought all the cheers and adoration he was getting around Harry, he thought he was the man. But he wanted the spotlight. They gave him the spotlight. He's not doing anything with the spotlight. But instead, we're seeing all his BS. Like I've always said, spotlight bring imperfection as well. And this is what we're seeing from him. Alright, so that's a GIF. I don't even want to play it because YouTube of the video. Okay, y'all think I'm kidding. Imagine the nerve telling Harry and Meghan to give up their independence in America for that crumbling edifice of dual AF pal and stale, backstabbers, snake and Rottweilers, and the cowardly fox. All the names. Okay, if the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are prepared to give up their private work and return to royal life, they will be welcomed back, one courtier tells me, certainly as long as King Charles is monarch. You're telling me $3 trillion.
Travellers will be in New York for Climate Week, celebrating our 5th anniversary. Since we launched in 2019, we have brought together 11 of the world's biggest and often competing travel and technology brands to work together on bringing sustainable tourism to the mainstream. Today, we are a $3 trillion coalition. Today, we are a $3 trillion coalition.
They see, when you look back, go on, I'm not sure where I'm going to put this video. On PYTE, I sort of highlight in September the work that Harry was doing in New York during the open session for the UN. Harry was on top of his game. And with travelers, $3 trillion.
Today, we are a $3 trillion coalition.
You mean to tell me for Harry to leave all of this, okay, where this is the legacy for him and his children? For him to leave all of this behind, to go over there where he doesn't inherit a dime? How stupid will Harry be after all of that? Where he wanted to work for free before he left. He literally told us he wanted to work for free, but they refused that. And now they want him to leave all of everything that he started with his wife. I mean, excluding the Invictus, because he had the Invictus before Meghan. But everything else, he did it with Meghan. And you're telling me for him to leave all of that behind? Oh, please.
Can you see a day when you would return as a full-time member of the royal family?
The delusion is laughable. They want Harry and Meghan to give up all they have worked hard for to go back into royal fold and be controlled by everything they do. The key word is control. Something the royal family don't have over Harry and Meghan now and never will. That's for sure. And to be completely dependent on Willie, who's repeatedly shown that he is jealous, vindictive, and with no strategic vision of his own other than what others do first. The Marco trio has gone full Q1 on those royal grandchildren. They won't have access. There's the money here. I hope the Sussexes start taking legal steps to keep them and especially bad dad away ASAP. What an obvious bunch. Okay, they need to move on. It's been 4 years. Weren't they bragging about the so-called Magnificent Seven? I remember that picture during the holiday, the queen in the middle and all surrounding the queen. Weren't they bragging about the so-called Magnificent Seven? They should learn to focus on the leftovers they have in the UK. LOL, they can't hold their collective breath until that happens. Bahaha. Alright, let's go to the next one. Oops. I thought I stopped recording. Alright. I pressed something. Next tweet. Okay, did I put it again? I guess I did. British media begging the Sussexes to give... Yeah, that's the same one. Next one. No, it didn't do it. I never copied it. Oh my god. I never copied it. Okay, the saga of the heir and spare. This is an ad. Let's pause it so I don't get flagged for it. Okay, this one is someone that I black. She retweeted something. Okay, the saga of the heir and the spare. It's not sibling rivalry when one sibling always has all the power and the other sibling is always left hurting. That sibling abuse hidden is sibling rivalry. Alright? Only because he was brave enough to leave that toxic situation. Okay. Yes, Harry left, but it was William who kicked him out. This I have to... Unless if I'm missing something, you guys could correct me. Based on court document during the review, for his security, we find out that Simon case, in the book too, the Sandringham, everything was already written. For him to choose all in or all out, well, it was already written. They chose it for him.
Began to address Granny about the 5 options. Your Majesty, you've seen the 5 options? Yes, she said. We all had. They'd been emailed to us. 5 different ways of proceeding. Option 1 was continuance of the status quo. Meg and I don't leave. Everyone tries to go back to normal. Option 5 was full severance. No royal role, no working for Granny, and total loss of security. Option 3 was somewhere in between, a compromise, closest to what we'd originally proposed. I told everyone assembled that, above all, I was desperate to keep security. That was what worried me most, my family's physical safety. I wanted to prevent a repeat of history, another untimely death like the one that had rocked this family to its core 23 years earlier, and from which we were still trying to recover. I'd consulted with several palace veterans, people who knew the inner workings of the monarchy and its history, and they all said option 3 was best for all parties. Meg and I living elsewhere part of the year, continuing our work, retaining security, returning to Britain for charities, ceremonies, events. Sensible solution, these palace veterans said, and eminently doable. But the family, of course, pushed me to take option 1. Barring that, they would only accept option 5. We discussed the 5 options for nearly an hour. At last, the bee got up and went round the table, handing out a draft of a statement the palace would soon be releasing, announcing implementation of option 5. Wait, I'm confused. You've already drafted a statement? Before any discussion? Announcing option 5? In other words, the fix was in this whole time? This summit was just for show? No answer.
Okay, Simon Case put it in writing for him to all out. All right, and then it's to the court document. We also see it as well. So we need to make sure of that. Okay, it is really sibling abuse. This British monarchy spare system is the most stupidest I've ever heard of in my life. Not even shithole Africa royal institution practice that. All right, let's go to the next one. I don't know. Or the other European royals have the same thing? Okay, next tweet. One could argue that Sandringham brings bad memories of 2023 Christmas, and thus in 2024 they will rather not go. Alright, royal family. What is that? Wasn't when the missing part was started and the gunshot was that guy who they claim who commits suicide allegedly? Let's see. I hope all is well at Sandringham. My spy and Marylebone just saw this convoy heading in the general direction of King Edward VII Hospital at 8:30 this evening. That was December 29. I hope all... Okay, it's repeating the same thing. That's that. Apologies. 18:30 this evening. They sent this as well. I believe that something big happened at Sandringham, and Kate's planned abdominal surgery was a cover for whatever surgery she needed as a result. But I don't understand why someone thought a convoy of cars in London came from Norfolk's proof of royal connection. Could be. Could be. This is extra. LOL. This headline was reported on years ago, and now Cameron Boy, in my opinion, is being tasked with reviving old stories for a new audience. I ask you guys, if you had a friend who was disrespectful to your spouse, will you keep them as a friend? Okay, what is this about? Moment Prince Harry's eaten friend. Let me leave that alone. It wasn't on my list anyway. Next tweet. Oh my goodness, I can't believe the US is gonna have the same stupidity. But some people are fighting back though. Next tweet. I think Prince Harry has finally seen the light. He saw what was happening and his wife just exactly what happened to his mother. He wasn't about to let that happen. Harry is the brightest person in the royal family. That's for sure. Yes. Well, yes. Definitely a yes. But when he saw the family was not standing up, I mean, he said it in his book or some interviews where they weren't standing up for him and his family and his wife. What he says, silent is something. I have that audio somewhere.
Criticisms that you've received is that, well, okay, fine, you want to move to California, you want to step back from the institutional role, why be so public? You say you tried to do this privately.
And every single time I've tried to do it privately, there have been briefings and leakings and planting of stories against me and my wife. You know, the family motto is never complain, never explain, but it's just a motto. And it doesn't really hold...
There's a lot of complaining and a lot of explaining.
Endless.
Private, being done through leaks.
Through leaks. They will feed or have a conversation with the correspondent, and that correspondent will literally be spoon-fed information and write the story, and in the bottom of it, they will say that they've reached out to Buckingham Palace for comment. But the whole story is Buckingham Palace commenting. So when we're being told for the last 6 years, we can't put a statement out to protect you, but you do it for other members of the family, there becomes a point when silence is betrayed.
Brainwashed, when the victim, Prince Harry, finally stand up for themselves and say no to their abusers, the abusers is going to claim that their victims are brainwashed. I mean, they've been trying to turn the table, but we see the thing what's going on here. Is that a thread? That's someone else. So that's two things here. This is a retweet. That retweet is responding to that, and then I'll go into that. Yes, he saw that what they had been doing to him for years, they had also started been doing to his wife, and he said no. They tried to make Meghan's kids scapegoat. His mother's son, there's all of these images, that's an ad. He's looking at them sight healthier and happier than he ever was, so something going very right for them, definitely. Yeah, I mean, all of these are true. From the time I came across the Sussex Squad podcast, one thing I used to hear her, they say, leave Meghan alone, leave Meghan alone. But they refused to do that. And Harry said there's no coming back after that. Them if you do, them if you don't. All right. So this is that. Let's see here. Prince William thinks Prince Harry has been brainwashed and no longer recognize him since that. What the hell? When was that? November 28th. That's recently. No. Wow. I'm started laughing looking at, I mean, there's no image of him now, but when you see pictures of him, of William now, I don't know, maybe he sees something that we don't know. Some people be talking about the way he looked, get rid of the whatever. I don't like to talk about images, but whatever. Prince William thinks Prince Harry has been brainwashed and no longer recognizes him since stepping down as a senior member of the royal family in 2020. Relationship tensions have built up between Prince Harry and Prince William. I mean, there's something in these people's brain. When they inflict pain onto somebody, they completely remove that part of their brain that says, I caused someone pain. They remove that part from them. I don't know if the tabloid just making shit up or whatever. Well, it's definitely making shit up. But the people, the abuser, refuse to recognize his action. So Harry already told us from the old point of view, him and William, space. Okay, space. He pushed him at the... William went to his house. William, the brother, went to Harry's house to confront him and then push him. I think he went for Meghan or something. Meghan wasn't there. And push Harry on the dog bowl and mess up his back. Okay? And he expect Harry to be all nice and stuff with him. I mean, I could understand as kids, kids will fight or whatever. These are freaking grown adults. And I'm sure if Harry were to take on William, Harry will mess him up. So to prevent that, Harry's controlling himself. He rather just step aside, put the space between them, so don't deal with him. Because William refused to recognize his stupidity. My goodness. When people can control you, they try to control how people view you. That's for sure. Okay, standing up for himself, he then said, zip, and let them use him for the 1000th time to clean up Willie's reputation. Always getting away with the thing he did because they used Harry, the scapegoat, to save William. When the spare scapegoat said no more, shit hit the fan. Let's see here. Prince Harry said he had nothing to do with the joint statement denying Prince William had bullied him and Meghan Markle. There it is. That's true. Okay, my God. I can't wait until the papers can talk about Prince William freely. I remember when this tweet came out. I was seeing it live. The abuser, Prince Harry, accuses William of physically attacking the book. That's the thing that I was saying here. And he expects Harry to be all, I don't know, the same way. I mean, like I said, I could understand as young kids fighting, brothers and sisters fighting or whatever, but these are grown adults. He went out of his way to push him because he can control his anger, and he expects Harry to be all friendly with him. Let's leave that alone. There's more comments, screenshots, but let's move on. What was this? Let me copy that. Let me make sure I don't skip anything. 89. Okay. Next tweet. Sister, come closer. Look at these pictures. Do you see what I see? My God, let me faint. That chemistry is electric. Prince Harry really won with Meghan Markle. No wonder all plans from the enemy's camp keep failing. Harry and Meghan, if your faves don't have a picture like this, avoid my tweet. That's for sure. Yeah, admiring each other. Harry does that too. There's a picture. What engagement did they went? Was it Australia? One of those images. Oh my God. Meghan knew that Harry was watching her, and Harry was just mesmerized. It's like they were doing it in front of us without touching each other. I was like, I knew Meghan knew that Harry was watching her, and she's giving him the look that he wanted to look at. Oh my God. I have the image. I think it's in one of my thumbnails. It's that video, that thumbnail, that's where I was saying it. Look at her here. Now it's returning. Look at her. It's probably, oh, I love when a smart man is talking. Hercules, Hercules. All right. Oh, there's no comment. Let me now go to the next one. I want to focus on my list. Next tweet, because I want to edit it as soon as possible. Next one. So that, that's the tweet that the video that says, damn you if you do, them if you don't, no more. He's not putting up with them no more. Okay, Harry's not backing down. Quote, they push me too far. It's got to the point where you damn if you do and you damn if you don't. But I don't think there's anybody in the world better suited and placed to be able to see this too than myself. Yeah, he's taking them all away, and hopefully he wins, and then there could be a Levison whatever. Levison too, I think.
Look at what has happened in the last 4 years to me, my wife and my family, right? So that was a very hard decision for me to make, which is how bad is it going to get?
Some people would say that you know, you taking on these high profile battles, but that actually attracts more attention onto you.
There is more than enough attention on me and my wife anyway. They pushed me too far. It got to a point where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
That's why.
I don't know anybody else in the world that is better suited and placed to be able to see this through than myself. It's still dangerous, and all it takes is one lone actor, one person who reads this stuff to act on what they have read, and whether it's a knife or acid, whatever it is, and these are things that are genuine.
Knock on wood, that will never happen. God protect them.
Concern for me. It's one of the reasons why I won't bring my wife back to this country.
You're in charge of royal protection. How would you characterise the threats that Meghan and Harry received?
Well, disgusting and very real. I've talked publicly for many years about the threat of extreme right-wing terrorism in this country. I've often been misquoted as taking my eye off the ball, as though I think that was the biggest threat. I've never called it the biggest threat, but it was the fastest growing. You know, and my wonderful friend and counterpart at MI5 will tell you exactly the same thing, that when I started in CT in 2015... Counterterrorism, it was about 6% of our total workload. Certainly when I left 15, 16 months ago, it was over 20% of our workload.
But there were many serious, credible threats against Meghan, were there, emanating from the far right?
Absolutely. If you'd seen the stuff that was written and you were receiving it, the kind of rhetoric that's online, if you don't know what I know, you would feel under threat all of the time.
So you were convinced that there was a genuine threat to Meghan's life on on more than one occasion, on several occasions?
We had teams investigating it. People have been prosecuted for those threats.
It's sad.
Look.
And Charles know about it and refused to give them the security. God is good. That's the best security Harry, the Sussexes could have. God. All right, let's see some of the comments. When he discussed the one lone actor and various outcomes, I get sad and angry. I wish all the haters would go crawl somewhere and vaporize, putting it nicely. He should not have to accept or get comfortable with threats like this. Okay, that's why I told you well, not in this video, all videos, when you see him coming out of some places, he's always on guard. He's always on guard. And from his blood family driving the hate, it's despicable. That's true. Go, Harry. You've got to go. Okay, you got the G's good. Okay, you got the, what's that? The goods to give them hell. And this is why he's not going back. Also, how shitty of a parent, Charles the Cruel, knowing there are very credible threats against his own son and his wife, and actually chose to end their security. That's what I'm saying. And this is the thing where Charles said something, it won't matter. I'll put the screenshot. It won't matter if something happened to Harry or something like that. What was it? If something successfully attack Harry, that won't be significantly disturb the public. I mean, how cool of a father to say something like that. You could see there's no heart. There's no feeling for his kids. Oh, my God. I say kids because I think the same goes for William as well, but because he's the heir, that's pretty much the only feeling he has because of the monarchy. Okay. And this is why he's not going back. Also, how shitty of a parents is Charles the Cruel, knowing there are very credible threats against his own son and his wife, and actually chose to end their security. I mean, acid in the face. Who thinks of stuff like that? Shaking my head. Okay, it's too bad he can't sue his own family for the damage they are caused. Hopefully, we'll find out exposing them through the lawsuit of MGN. That would be good enough. Right, Harry is right. I'm disgusted with the way Harry and Meghan have been treated. It makes me very sad that they had to leave us. Okay, what do we now have? A lazy, wasted space calling themselves the royal family and taking nearly £500 million of the taxpayers for their indulgent lifestyle. Good on you, Harry. It's disgusting. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, so I'm done with the serious tweets now. Okay, so now these are LOL tweets. It's 2 tweets that are LOL. I find it funny. I had to share them with you. Okay, this one, every time I look at it, I'm just cracking up. I shared that on my community, but I put screenshot of it. So there's a lady here sleeping in the middle of the night. The dog just sat in front of her bed with his bowl and just waiting. I'll try my best to share with you. I don't know. Whatever videos I share with you guys, YouTube always give me issues. But I'll try my best. This is the tweet. Feed me. There's no sound, by the way. That's... It's the way the lady gets startled in the middle of the night. The dog just stand there. All right, that's it. I don't want to go to the comments. People post different things, but I wanted to focus on that only. I was cracking up. Oh my God, at my mother-in-law. All right, next tweet. This one, I forgot. Oh, the reason I put this is because of the beagle, the dog. It reminds me of Guy, and I was like, I could imagine the dog doing this around when Archie was crawling, and now, well, Lily is walking now. Dog teaches a baby how to crawl. It's 22 seconds. I don't know if there's any music yet. That is so cute. Look at the dog tail wagging. That is so cute. It's playing over. So that's it. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for protection. Let's do that. Prayer for protection. Okay, Lord God, I pray for your protection as I begin this day. You are my hiding place, and under your wings I can always find refuge. Protect me from trouble wherever I go, and keep evil far from me. Alright, so that's it. Like I said, I'm not sure where. Probably on this channel, because I don't see anything really joyful to put on Pure YTE. And if I do post anything on Pure YTE, the intro is gonna be different, because in December I like to put a different intro. It's really fun. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that is it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better